Hi guys, so here we go with your maths for Tuesday on week 25. That's Tuesday on week 25. Now the first one here is asking us, well, normally with these ones what they're doing is they're showing us the triangle, but this one they're just telling us. So we've got a triangle and we're told that one angle is 40 degrees, another angle is 85, and they're asking us what is the other angle in the triangle. Well, we know that all three of them add up to 180. So if we add up 40 and 85, we're going to get 125. So if we do 180 take away 125, that'll tell us what the third angle must be. Number 2, we've got numbers going up here from 400,000 to 600,000. That's a jump of 200,000. From 600,000 to 800,000, that's another jump of 200,000. Now, if we jump up another 200,000, we're going to get to 1 million. And 1 million is a 1 followed by 6 zeros. Okay. Number 3, 900 take away x is equal to 200. So what is x? Well, we can work that out by doing 900 take away 200. That'll tell us what this x must be. Number 4, we've got 10 to the power of 5. That's 10 multiplied by itself 5 times. So it's 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Okay, I'll let you work that out there. Number 5, we've got minus 4, a negative number, and we're adding on to it another negative number, minus 12. So we're starting at 0. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. That's minus 4. And now we have to go another 12 in this direction. And what minus number will we land on? Number 6, we have 900 divided by 30 in brackets and then multiplied by 5. So 900 divided by 30. So we can cross off the zeros in that, and we can have 90 divided by 3. And that'll go 30 times. So what we're left with then is 30 multiplied by 5. I'll let you work that out there, 30 times 5. Now, half of 1/8. So often with these ones it's good to draw it. So if we take a circle and divide it into quarters first of all, and then if we split each of those in two, we'd end up with eighths. Okay, so we're going from quarters, we split them in two, we get eighths. If we're going to halve an 8, that's what we're doing, we're splitting it in two, and we would end up with sixteenths. Okay, if we split all of these in half, we'd end up with sixteenths. So a half of an eighth is a 16th. Number 8, we've 1.6 multiplied by 0.3. So you do that sum, and to decide where your decimal goes, you count up how many numbers there are after a decimal in the sum, and there's 2 of them there. So you'll be moving your decimal in 2 places from the right hand side. Number 9, if 4/5 of your class of 25 eat porridge for breakfast, how many do not? Now, if we 4/5 eat porridge, that means that there's only 1/5 left, and that's how many do not eat porridge. Okay, 4/5 plus 1/5 would be 5/5, and that would be the whole class here of 25. So we know that 1/5 do not. We can't just write down 1/5 here. We have to find out what is a fifth of 25. And we do that by dividing 25 by 5. That'll tell us how many don't eat porridge. Now we need to name this 3D shape. Now it looks like a pyramid, but to find out what type of pyramid, we need to look at the shape on the bottom. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Now a 5-sided shape is a pentagon. So that means this must be a pentagonal pyramid. If it was a hexagon on the bottom, this would be a hexagonal pyramid. A square on the bottom would be a square-based pyramid. Number 11, how many faces does the above shape have? Okay, so there's one on the bottom, and then you can count them up going around the sides. How many edges and how many vertices? So the edges, we've already counted the 5 on the pentagon, but we also need to count these edges that join the base to the tip. And the vertices, okay, so there's one vertex up at the top here, it's where edges meet, and then at the bottom you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices there. So you can count those to get the vertices. Number 14, how many of box B will fit evenly into box A? Now this is a question about volume, and the volume is the length by the width by the height. Or you can say width by height by length, or height by length by width. It doesn't matter, because we're multiplying them, so you can put them in any order you want. So, and I'm actually thinking of that when I go, instead of doing 7 times 2 first and multiplying that by 5, I'm going to get the volume of this box by multiplying 5 times 2 first, because that gives me a nice number, which is 10. And 10 sevens is 70. So this box here is 70 centimeters cubed. That's its volume. This box here is 2 times 1 times 1. So that's 2 centimeters cubed. Now we know how much space each box takes up. This one is 70, this one is 2. We just need to divide this into here to find out how many times box B will fit into box A. Number 15, we're writing 9 over 1,000 as a decimal, so it's going to be 0 point, and then there's going to be, because we're showing thousands, we need to have 3 places after the decimal. Tenths, hundredths, thousands. And the 9 goes in the thousands place because there's 9 thousandths. Whatever number is on top here, we always put it starting at as far to the right here as we can. And then the other numbers we'll just have to fill out with zeros. So 9 thousandths is 0.009. Number 16, we have 7.569. And we are going to subtract 5.241. Okay, when you write them on top of each other like that, it's very easy. Just if you do your carrying properly and keep your decimal underneath here in your answer, you'll have the answer for that right. Now, number 17, adding halves and thirds. We can't add halves and thirds. To add fractions, we need the number on the bottom to be the same on both. So we have to find out what is the lowest number that 2 and 3 go into. So if I do the multiples of 2, they're 2, 4, 6, and 8. Multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. And they both have a 6 in common. So we're going to turn both of these into sixths. So a half is going to be 3 over 6. Okay. Plus, and a third is going to be 2 over 6. Okay, and now we're going to have our answer in sixths, and we just add up the numbers on top to tell us how many. Number 18, we've got 8 kilograms 250 grams is equal to 8 and 250 over 1,000 kilograms. Now, the 8 is shown here. We just have to show the 250 over 1,000 as a decimal. And we did this a couple of minutes ago. So to show thousands, we need 1, 2, 3 places. And the number on top here, well, there's only one way it'll fit in there. It's going to be 250. So 8.250. That's actually a quarter of a kilogram. 250 over 1,000 is the same as a quarter. Now, number 19, we have 2 things to work out. The area. Now the area is how much space does this shape take up. If you were asked to paint that shape, how much paint would you need? And then number 20, the perimeter is if you were to pick a corner and walk all the way around the shape, until you got back to the start, how far would you walk? Okay, now that's probably the easier one because we just have to add up all of these distances around the side. The area is a little trickier. What we need to do is to take this shape, and there is no form. This is a kind of a Z shape kind of turned on its side, but there's no formula for finding the area of a Z shape. So what we need to do is break this shape up into shapes that we already know how to find the area of. And we all know how to find the area of a rectangle. So I'm going to split it into a rectangle here. Okay, and we can get the area of this rectangle. It's the height by the width, so 5 times 3, that's 15 meters squared. There's another rectangle up here, and it is 5 times 3 as well. This 5 here long and 3 wide, so that's 15 meters squared. And now all we have to do is find out the area of this rectangle in the middle here. Now that's a little bit trickier, so be careful that you don't put down 12 for this distance here. Okay, from this point to this point is 12, but from here to here is 3. So we need to take the 3 away from the 12 to get this distance here, and that's 9 meters. So from here to here is 9 meters. It's this 12 take away the 3. And to get the distance from here to here, okay, this distance, well, we know this is 5 and this is 3, so 5 take away that 3 leaves us with 2. Okay, from here to here is 2 meters. So this area in the middle here is 9 multiplied by 2, it's 18 meters squared. So the area for this shape is going to be 15 meters squared plus 15 meters squared plus 18 meters squared. If you add those 3 up, that's going to give you the area for that shape. And that's Tuesdays, guys.